Yep, yep. It's time for Zelda II, The Adventures of Link. Well, Adventure of Link, rather. Pretty old game. Actually, I didn't, own this one for a long time until, believe it or not, Nintendo, hello? Okay, you have to hit start. That's so interesting. Anyway, yeah, Nintendo, had this bundle of, I think, a GameCube and Wind Waker. And, how do I end? Do I have to fill it up with spaces? Appy. Alright, yeah, let me do that again. Anyway, yeah, Nintendo actually came out with a GameCube bundle with Wind Waker. I don't remember if it had a GameCube in it, though, because I don't think we needed another GameCube. Oh, just need to hit select. Okay, duh. And so I actually had this one, but up until that point, this game felt like a fever dream because I only played it at a friend's house, and I use the term friend incredibly loosely there because it was really more like my mom's friend's house, and they just happened to have a kid, and the kid was kind of mean to me. I don't know, but I remember this game and was like, that wasn't Zelda. Zelda's always top down. Zelda didn't involve blobs, didn't involve EXP. So, you know, this... Ooh. Okay, my Xbox controller D-pad is actually not that great, but the stick is. So we'll just do that. Anyway, yeah, so that was, I want to say, in the mid-2000s that happened because... Turning down my personal volume. That was perfect, Mr. Spider. I'm just going to run from these. I think they take away EXP if they hit you. Anyway, this is a real spot. It's an interesting game. It has a lot of... Wow. Gee. We're going to just skip levels for now. I want to get to the first... Yeah, the first attack up if I can. That would be great. Anyway, I thought when I started this that I was going to be one of those thinnest fat mans kind of deal, because I should be the most professional casual player at this, or the most casual professional player, or the most professional casual player, whichever, you know, basically that means the same thing. It's really not important. Yeah, so what I mean by that is that I have RetroAchievements.com turned on, and just like Cartoon Network games, they did not appreciate my name being Captain Thief because the word taint shows up in there. So I had to make myself Captain 49 Thief, because 49 is kind of a cool number, I think. That cave is not to scale. I mean, you can't tell that now, but you'll see later. Anyway, yeah, I like this game, actually, but I find it kind of like stovetop stuffing for Thanksgiving, which I know certain other content creator, I say that like I'm in his league, play this game around Thanksgiving, but it really feels that way to me, because I love stovetop stuffing for the first 3 bites, and then the next 3 bites it's like very mid. And then any bites after that, it actually starts feeling bitter and disgusting. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like specifically stovetop, because I tried something called glutino. Oh. And I did not get that from that. So, you know, this game is kind of like that. It's like when you're going into Parappa Palace, which that's where we are. You're like, wow, this is so cool. I can't wait to level up. This is, you know, jumping around and stabbing things and all that. And, yeah, there's magic. This is the first Zelda game with magic in it, actually. You know, I really should probably be prioritizing getting EXP. So anyway, yeah, I have Retro Achievements turned on. I noticed that there was an achievement on there that I could really use a heal. That beat the entire game with only one not using continues at all, rather. And that's actually pretty hard, because it's actually pretty easy to die in this game. I know people are like, oh yeah, this is the Dark Souls of Zelda, but I mean, kind of. Eventually you get strong enough that nothing here really bothers you, even though that can still damage. I'm level 1 all around, but that means that every life I have is actually really precious. And so I shouldn't be as laissez-faire about how I'm taking damage like I have been. So anyway, yeah, as I said, I think I'm not the best player, but I'm the best player at this game that you would still slap your forehead at for making dumb mistakes at some point. I'm definitely not doing anything really cool just yet, like dive stabs or anything like that. I mean, I could. I should. And I will eventually. So, the reason why I did not take life up, which is really just defense up, is to get this attack up because it's such a huge boost. You go from doing 1 damage to 2 damage, which is actually a lot. Now, if I can get another level up, I wish I could look at the level up or the EXP costs after that, but it doesn't show me that. Now, why am I playing the vanilla version? Well, 1, I have to do that for the retro achievements, and 2, I really, see, it took a lot less smacks to kill that guy. This should be a fairy. Yep, okay. There, no more beeping. I really want to play an improved version of this game, and I know that Zelda II Redux is really good. I was reading the changelog, it's like, wow, you know, this is actually pretty good. Like, for instance, beating the temple, or jamming the jewel into the temple, and that's what the little gems down there are for, gets you a free level up, no matter how much EXP it was going to cost. Now, the thing is, unless you keep all your other levels really low, let's say you're prioritizing attack like a, you know, a wise person, you have to keep all your other levels low. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to be like, oh, you're going from 1,500 EXP to 2,000, so when you plug in the jewel, you only get 500 EXP. That's kind of part of the fun of this, is, you know, trying to maximize that EXP. It gives some risk, gives some reward. I feel like we can probably get to our next, yeah, statue sometimes hide things. I don't have any spells yet, and I don't know why I'm... How do I get, I really should probably have shield, actually, if I'm gonna do this. Let's leave the dungeon just for a sec. No worries, I'm not gonna accidentally spin the key somewhere else, because this is also the first Zelda that had assigned keys. Yeah, see, I did the down step, or that's not the classic down step, but you know, it's kind of a interesting thing. The fairy doesn't come back, unfortunately, and I don't really want to see the boss just yet. I really want to have shield. Okay, now this might take a while, but he gives 50 EXP, so, and this should only take 25 stabs. He takes forever otherwise, but you know, in the end, it's kind of worth it. You just have to really be good at pushing yourself back up next to him. So here's a question. What is the next attack up cost? I think it was like 500? Yeah, okay, I saw it. That's why I mentioned it. If I can hold off, and then I can get through the 100 again. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. I know. I was just saying that every life is precious. Well, that's why that's why we're leaving, to go get the shield spell. And why did I bring up the whole beat the temple, jam the jewel, get a free level up? Because Zelda II Redux. These guys take 10 EXP each time they hit you, by the way. Better to be hit by him than to be hit by one of them, I think. I'm not even using magic yet. Note that the bubble took magic. Jerk. If I can get out of here with at least one one bar worth of life, I should be good. But yeah, I want to get the shield spell. Basically takes half your damage, or you know, you take half damage from everything. But yeah, one of the changes from Zelda II Redux, actually, is... Maybe I should have got the candle while I was in there. Yeah, I probably should have. All the caves will be dark until we get the candle. And yeah, there's a retro achievement on there for beating the game without getting the candle. Seems, you know, easy enough, but no, it gets a lot harder than just a cave like that. So anyway, I came to town. Probably a good idea. You know, there's NPCs, they talk to you. If all else fails, use fire. Which is very vague, because you don't get the fire spell until you're across the ocean, I think, or whatever that is. So, I can restore your life. Good. Good. You can interpret that however you want. I've always kind of thought, you know, she's a registered nurse, and thus she wears the registered nurse uniform of a red dress. Why not? This is a quest giver, though. Talk with my father before you leave. Okay, so actually, not all of them have quests. Some of them actually just give you, you know, go talk to him. Each town has a wise man. Learn from him. Yes. So, I was kind of thinking about that. There is a quest giver in one of the towns. Okay, so if you heard the like little Mario sound, in Parappa Desert use this magic to survive. Now I have the shield spell. And I think he cast it on me for free. No, he didn't. There we go. I turn red. Another Zelda II Redux thing that happens is that you'll be blue when you cast shield. But then once your life gets even stronger, you'll turn red or something. You know, kind of like the whole, oh yeah, the blue tunic was good defense. And this one's even better defense. Might as well talk to this one, even though this is probably, yeah, get the candle in Parappa Palace. Go west, yeah. The game doesn't really tell you where to go. I just, you know, have this memorized like the back of my hand, even though it's been, many a year since I've played this. I would like to refill my magic before I leave, which is why I find it kind of interesting that the orange old lady didn't come out of her house. Does this place just not have one? Welcome to Raru. You'll notice something about the names of the towns. Raru, that sounds so familiar, Cappy. I know. It really does. Let's go to the other town just for fun and profit. Also because for sure this one has a an old lady that recharges your magic. And I really would like to get my magic back. Even though you can get magic drops off of enemies. Okay, so Raru did not have an old lady, I guess. I can give you magic power. Nice. Okay, so real quick, I'm staying here just to see what the quest is, but Town of Rudo. Whoa, hang on a minute there. I'm still not quite remembering exactly what's going on here, but I'm starting to think that there's something to this. There's a theme to these names. I am Air. That's a very famous NPC. He shows up in Binding of Isaac. So why am I playing this? I really wanted to record something. Are you a quest giver? Goraya of Tantari stole our trophy. Really more of a idol or something, but I think they wanted to westernize this a little bit. Use keys in palaces they are found. In. Yeah, that another hint that, hey, the keys are specific. So, Goraya, those little boomerang throwing mouse people, took the trophy, and it's actually in here. So you know what, let's do this even without the candle. It's going to be a little bit hard, but I think I can do it. You know what, this is stupid. I take it back. Without the candle and flying bats I can't see, that is just going to get me killed. And I'm really trying to beat this without using a continue. Okay, so that whole thing I was saying, like, feels like 10 minutes ago. One of the changes, I was actually on the path when it hit me, so that's why. One of the changes that Zelda II Redux makes is when you beat a temple it will give you a set amount of EXP. The first one will give you 500, the second one will give you 800. I forgot the table already, but I thought, hey, that's actually kind of cool, but also kind of removes some of the fun. I think the last temple gives you 3,000. I think it's kind of based on, you know what, like what the average player would get. Some people, you know, they beat the boss and like only 100 EXP away when, you know, it took thousands to get there. So they get 100 EXP. And some people freshly level up off the boss and they get the maximum. So I feel like this static EXP reward is kind of cool. Alright, this is kind of a dangerous place to be. Do I need jump here? Well, if I wanted to live forever, I wouldn't be playing Zelda 2. So let's see. That was kind of a risky jump, but game's going to get even more harrowing, so, you know, don't you worry. If you fall in the water, you die instantly, by the way. So, I've been talking about Zelda 2 Redux a lot, and truth be told, it's not Zelda 2 Redux I'm really oh, come on, move. It's not actually Zelda 2 Redux I'm wanting to play. Okay, so 32, how much is that, Cappy? Well, every bar is 16 MP. So that took 2 bars. But hey, you know, there was magic on the floor. I might as well pick it up. There should be another Guriah here, right? But yeah, the one I actually want to play is Hoverbat. And so one of the other, well, actually the main reason that I'm playing this is just to kind of show how far the Hoverbat mod takes the game. It takes it quite a ways. There is a bit more that Hoverbat could do, but I would not ask anyone to do that. Okay. Stop it, Bubbles. The most dangerous enemy right now. And thus, one of my lives is gone. One of the one of the 3 lives I had to hang on to for the entire game. It actually probably wouldn't be the worst idea to restart right now. But stuff happens, okay? Alright. So, yeah, the instant death pits. I do want to point that out. It only took Zelda 1 game of doing that to stop doing that. Every Zelda going forward from here, you fall into a pit of endless tragedy and death. You only lose 1 heart. So I applaud them for, you know, doing that, learning their lesson really quickly, whereas everyone else still has instant death pits to this day, it feels like. Yeah, I have the sword beam thing. I do like it, but I feel like this is the first game where it doesn't feel as impactful. Zelda 1, the sword beam kind of worked on nearly everyone, except I guess Dark Nuts. And maybe then it still worked on Dark Nuts. This one, it doesn't affect... That was a really good one. It doesn't affect... I don't know. I'm not sure how to explain this. Also, we're probably going to be backtracking some places I've already been. Forgive me for that. But hey, you know, it's actually good that I'm doing this just for the EXP. Okay, I think the candle's this way. Did the fairy come back? Yeah, okay. So we got that going for us. This might be the way to the boss. If we see curtains, that means boss. Here's a... It's not... I don't think it's a Dark Knight. I think this is our first Iron Knuckle of the game, actually. Haha, haha, haha. Okay, we're gonna get our next attack upgrade. Which is good. And then I'm gonna try to, again, pass by the health and magic. Huh. Okay. Thanks, dude. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, okay, hang on. Is the magic still there? Magic still there? Alright, cool. So we'll just do that. Get our shield up. Now, normally you're supposed to just kind of fight high and low against this guy. Okay, 1,000. That's fine, that's fine. You're supposed to fight high and low, you know, and stab and stuff, but, you know, if you actually just aim for his visor, you pretty much hit him every time. Here's the boss. Okay. Actually, no, this will work. This will work. Back in the 90s, I was a very famous dungeon boss. This is the first enemy you have to jump to attack, I think. Yes. We're gonna once again skip that and just get the level up. There we go. The achievement unlock thing is going by so quickly I can't even read it, but I know I'm getting stuff. So, good for me. Let's go ahead and get level 4 attack from the first level. And we're not going to leave yet. I could, but I won't. And I think now, well, let me think on it. I don't remember what level 2 is like exactly. But yeah, Parappa Palace, you know, this is like where all my enjoyment and fun of the game is like at its peak. And you start getting spells. And then somewhere around dungeon 4 or 5, it just feels so samey. I think the Hoverbat mod, made by the developer Hoverbat, it's not like it's full of Hoverbats or anything, really kind of contributes. Do I have a key for here? I do, okay. So, if I do find the candle, I can get it. So level 4 attack means I should be able to kill this, in not that many hits, I thought. There we go. Okay, so now the next attack is 2,000. I think we're going to go ahead and start leveling life and magic. Magic is actually kind of a frustrating, but also cool level up choice. Is this the way to the key? Yeah, I'll just let you jazz ball all over the place. It's not an adult reference, it's like one of the earlier Windows games or whatever was called Jazz Ball, and it's like you kind of made walls and trapped bouncing balls and stuff. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about. Okay. So this is going to be kind of tough, but I can do it. I'm going to grab this pea bag. And I got an achievement. Hooray. Cool. Didn't fall in either. Hi. So, how does magic leveling up work? Well, it takes all your spell. There's actually a specific table, so it doesn't matter when you do it. You can do it now, you can do it later. It's going to have the same effect, but it's going to make spells cost less. And it's seemingly random because some spells will get cheaper and cheaper and others won't even be touched for a while. Hello, candle. No real effect from the candle in battle, just I can see in dark caves now. Where was I going with this? I don't even remember what I was talking about, actually. You know, these guys actually hurt quite... Oh yeah, magic. So, there is a required to beat the game spell called Thunder, which, if you have level 1 magic, costs 120 magic. And the maximum magic you can hold, by the way, is 128. All 8 bars when you find all the magic things. So that's actually kind of a big deal. I'm probably going to get hit again, aren't I? Yes, actually. Alright, so let me hit the fairy real quick. Yeah, I'm still kind of ashamed that I died and lost a life, but there's actually more lives to be had. So we got the dungeon's treasure, we got the dungeon's boss kill, we turned in the gym. I can actually just leave through either direction, actually. I think the quicker way is going to be the boss route, actually. So let me just go ahead and kill this guy. Yeah. But yeah, leveling magic is kind of cool. One of the more frustrating spells that does not seem to affect is life. Life being healing yourself rather than life, which is the stat name, which is really more like defense. I don't have more HP, I just I have more defense. I mean, maybe I have more HP and maybe I have more healing, but it's easier to just collapse both of those into more defense. I mean, think about it, like, if I have 100 HP and my healing spell heals 20, and then I level up and I get 200 HP, and my healing spell still hits 20, well, then my healing spell looks like it's doing less. But if my healing spell also boosted up to 40, then, well, hey, you know, it's basically the same thing. The dungeon basically turns into a stone mountain when you're done with it. That is to say, you get the treasure and the boss killed. I think if you leave behind anything else, including keys, it will still turn into stone. Not that that matters, because keys can only be used in the Dungeon they are in. Hey, look how nice this cave looks now. So yeah, as was foretold mentally by me earlier in my head, I was only going to be killed by falling into a pit so far. And does Hoverbat fix that? Not immediately, but eventually, and I really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get the next spell real quick. We're just gonna, you know, fly on up here, and I think all the palaces have names, but only Parappa really comes to mind. Okay, so see, there's pits here for me to fall in, which would have been bad if I came here without the candle, I guess. Hello. And here is our Goriah. His name? Zach. Zach Goriah. Okay, shut up. Yeah, let's go ahead and level up life again, just to have more defense. Life takes less, or doesn't take as much EXP level. Attack certainly does. I think we'll have level 8 life. Or, you know, if we just take level ups as they come, by the way. This is probably the worst bat in history. Okay. If he flew the other way, I could have died. I forgot what I was talking about. Zach, dang it. I apologize if anyone in my audience is named Zach. I'm just being funny. So one of the huge things that Hoverbat does is the towns look a lot better than just a few houses in a row. There's like backgrounds and trees and stuff, and the clouds move. It's really cool. I really want to play Hoverbat. Here you go. Excuse me, I keep hiccuping. You saved the trophy! Come see my uncle. Alright. But yeah, there's 2 quests in this game that are amazingly easy, and in my headcanon I came up with reasons why. Let's go and get this. Jump unlocked. Use this, or with this you can jump very high. Alright, cool. Jump is a required spell to beat the game. Shield is not. So, of course, RetroAchievements add, or whoever, you know, RetroAchievements is actually kind of open. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I know that players make them. Players that have certifications, I guess. But there's an achievement for beating the game without the required spells. And guess what? That's shield, that's life. I think that's fire. You don't need fire to kill anything. And, yeah. Only 30 minutes in, we've beaten a dungeon. We've gotten 2 spells. Let's go ahead and show off some stuff real quick. So they only appear when I get on the grass. And it's just bits and bots. That's literally what they're called. They're bots. And this looks like a palace. It's really just where Zelda is resting. This game lore is actually really weird. That's not Zelda, but it is Zelda. I can explain later. No, I can't. I'll explain now. The Zelda from the first game was like, okay, thank you for saving me. I'm gonna go rule a kingdom now. And Link's like, okay, whatever. And then he like stumbles upon a room in the castle, and inside is a sleeping beauty. And oh, it's actually the original Zelda, like ancestor kind of sort of thing, where a curse is put on her, and also like I guess part of the curse is that all the female descendants have to be named Zelda. And so Link has to wake her up by collecting the, until now, unknown Triforce of Courage. And you do that by placing a gem in every palace. Okay, here we go. Magic. And yeah, so there's 2 Zeldas and Link's trying to get a kiss from the second one, I guess. I don't know, there's probably more to it than that, but that's how... When I read the back of the book and it was all anime and stuff, I was like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, there's no Final Fantasy VIII style level. What do you call that? Level where the enemies level up with you. I forgot what that's called. But yeah, there's also nothing where they stop giving you EXP after a while. You can level up off of bots and bits or whatever until you're level 8 all around, because that's the highest level on this one. Just fine. So now we're going to go to somewhere else. If I can get the second palace done in one thing, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll go ahead and shield. Okay. Again, I'm not fantastic at the game, but I do think that I have a bit more skill at it than someone who just started playing. Wow. Way to impress everyone. What's that? You're better at something than someone who just started? Wow, that's so incredible. I have beaten the game before. I think I also, I was reading a GameFAQs guide, and yeah, here's where jump becomes required. Jump, and it stays with you until you leave the screen, just like Shield. But I think I beat the game with like lower levels, because I was reading a guide on GameFAQs about how to do that, and he's like, you can beat the game as a level 1 everything. And I think that's technically true. You do have to have Thunder to beat the penultimate boss, Thunderbird. And Thunder doesn't become impossible to cast. I got a cat. He's catting around. He had his teeth recently cleaned, and so he's very antsy from the drugs they gave him. Even though it was like 2 days ago, it feels like. Oh yeah, the birds take away EXP. Things in this game that fly are going to be really irritating. But hey, he gives EXP at least. Let's just get to the next town as soon as possible. Oh no. Come on down, spider. These blue spiders will literally come on down. Okay. I made it. If I can walk through a path and get to a town, that would be great. Because I really need that. I really need to not die. Check it out, guys. You probably recognize this. Stop beeping at me. Anyway, yeah, so I was just talking about headcanons and easy quests. There are 2 really easy quests that the ladies of the of 2 villages will give you. Shoot. Hang on. Let's just be smart about this. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Where is... Oh. The town is just below. These look like bearded cats to me. Really well done there, bot. You're probably the most skilled bot there is. I think there's a town this way. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to beat that perfectly or something. Or if I can find a hidden fairy of some sort. So here's my thought. Maybe I can just spawn a fairy. We'll just do this. I think Hoverbat also makes it so that when they run into on a path that they just get eaten. Kind of like when you run into them on shallow water. Oh, here we go. Alright, maybe that was a little cheesy, but remember, I only have 3 lives to do this with. I can get more lives, but they're actually like, they're finite. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. I don't remember this. He says as he just said he's going to do something, and then he's like, I don't remember this. I mean, I'm supposed to like run into a cabin in the woods. And this is nothing, actually. One of the mysteries of Hyrule, I guess. There we go. No? Maybe this area is supposed to represent... Oh, hey, someone must be here if they're cutting down the trees. I guess. There we go. Level up magic, I really might as well. And, you know, anything you level up will replenish except for attack, because you always have infinite attack. That didn't help at all, did it? Well, I guess it made jump go from 40 to 32, which is something. Huh. Every other space is cut trees. This one without bearded cats, though. There we go. Okay, cabin in the woods. And this guy's name is Bagu, which is actually Bug, Japanese. Bagu is my name. Show my note to the riverman. Kind of an important thing. He gives you a note that you can't see, touch, feel, or even know that it exists. It's just there. Uh-oh. But yeah, I do think, to some degree, it's a tragedy that, or I'm not saying that every Zelda game going forward should have been like this, but A, it's sad that Zelda never touched on this formula ever again, and B, it's really sad that no other franchise tried to touch on it either. I mean, Final Fantasy II, people hate that, but guess what? The Saga SAGA games are basically Final Fantasy II style. So, you know, people who like that, they're eating well. Is this the easy quest? I lost my mirror. Okay, so here's my headcanon. Every village has a wise man. Every village has a quest, and every wise man has taught their offspring that they have to prove that the hero is a hero in order for them to be taught a thing. So they leave the quest giving to the lady in question. Also, by the way, Link just said, I found a mirror under the table. Oh, hang on. This is Link talking. This is one of the only times Link has ever talked in all the games, by the way. Yep. So I think that a couple of ladies just know that Link is the hero. He doesn't need to be tested. Why are we going to risk the world ending just to prove someone's a real hero when we already know he is? Oh, you found my mirror. Follow me. So I think that she intentionally hid her mirror in an easy find place. And I think the next lady gives us an even easier quest, which is like even more, you know, forehead slapping, but I think they have a point. Okay, what was this? Life? Use this magic to restore your life. Okay. This is one of the frustrating spells when it comes to leveling magic, by the way. It starts off at level costing 70, but if you level your magic all the way to level 8, you can get it down to 50. I know, hold your applause. Now, granted, if there was like a white mage version of this game, where, I don't know, your attack was capped at 4, but your life could cost like only 8 per cast, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Probably feel pretty cool, actually. Okay, sorry if I'm going to be skipping some of the dialogue, but, you know, it really doesn't matter. Okay. So, here's this guy. He sleeps. You talk to him 5 times, I think. Let me be. Master is in woods, north of river. So that's supposed to tell you where Bagu is. And Bagu, I think, is related to error because, you know, it's a bug, it's an error. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that river will kill you, so we're not going to fall in it. You know Bagu? Then I shall let you help you cross. Okay. That sounds good. Excellent. Thank you. Could you fly across this? In the later, with a later skill you could, but I don't think you could run and jump across just yet. Oh, what's the name of the town, Cappy? It is the water town of Saria. No, again, my memory is just driving me nuts. I can't remember where does Raru and Saria and Rudo come from. Oh my gosh, I don't know, guys. Oh yeah, I probably should have healed up. My apologies, but I'm gonna go do that. Again, I only have so many lives, and I have appointments to lose them to lava for stupid reasons. Yeah, the river, the bridge disappears every time. Another thing that, really, I can't skip this. Huh. Okay. Yeah, Zelda II Redux makes that once you've given him the letter, Do you heal? Please let me heal. Okay. See, she's healing you. Nothing untoward going on here. Okay. Where am I supposed to be going? I'm supposed to go in the swamp, aren't I? I think so. Let me just check down here past the river. Oh, no, we're going into Death Mountain, which is fine. I still think I might be skipping a palace. Palace, dungeon, whatever, you know. All the dungeons in Zelda 1 were underground. All the palaces up here were kind of above ground, though. They have like 5 basements. Or 5 sub-levels. Who's paying these guys anyway? They got spears, they got helmets. Is this a rival kingdom? Yeah, okay. See, that costs so much magic. There might be jumping spots up ahead, and I didn't think about that. But it doesn't matter anyway, because this is going to be very mazy. Okay, that's good. These Octoroks are actually really good EXP for how easy they are to kill. I mean, this guy, just push him up against the wall, and oh wow, 30 XP. That's alright, but we took some damage doing it. Whereas these guys, well, it's plausible you can take damage from them. You know, don't feel bad if you do. But I think if you are keeping up on your reflexes, you shouldn't. Okay. This is a lot more attack than most would have at this level, or at this point. So yeah, the life spell is really great, because now, you know, when I have a lot more magic than I have life, I can fix that. I think there's an axe guy here. Yep. Hang on. Let's see here. I think we'll just do life. And then we'll go left, and hopefully we'll get some more magic. Now, see... Oh, no, you can't see. Because I've blindfolded you from behind. No. I was going to say that the sword attack, or the sword laser, doesn't damage Gorias. Zack or otherwise. I would like to kill those, but I really want shield before I try, so I'm gonna kind of ignore you. The axe hurts a lot. Okay, shield. I think I have just enough. Yeah, okay. Now, believe it or not, that bat hitting me actually helped a lot. Because invincibility frames. Would you rather take 5 damage and have invincibility frames, or would you rather take 20 damage? Wrong answers only. Okay, so I want to go this way. And then I want to go up right. Yeah, it's going to be mazy. Oh boy, these guys. I actually want that. I think these guys hitting you, they take EXP. Zelda 2 Redux makes so no enemies do that. And you know what? I'm ambivalent. I kind of understand why enemies should be able to take EXP, but man, is it annoying. Oh, you throw them. Let me think about this. Yeah, that's not. I guess I can farm magic somehow? Wait, didn't I pass by a red bottle somewhere? Yes, actually. It's right there. But I need 2 bars in order to reach it. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be very frustrating. But I can get magic bottle drops out of the bot. This bot specifically. And then we'll just keep spawning them until I get a second one. Then I can get that red bottle, which fully heals magic. But on top of that, if you use a spell while it's being used, it halfway ignores what you used. And I do mean that word halfway. So we just need 1 magic ball. This isn't going to be the grind session to end all grind sessions. Okay. Just gotta run and jump. Okay. So here's how this works. We let it fill, and then we use it, and it was still filling. So, you know, there's something to this. Okay, and I have enough for... I might have enough for shield. No, I don't. Okay, so we're probably going to do this one more time. Maybe. Come on over, blue. Okay, he won't. It takes too long. I do like it, though, because in this game, like, when enemies get off the camera, it's like they stop existing. They will stay where they were. Unfortunately, I took some damage there. But also, fortunately, I'm getting close to leveling up, so I'll be able to refill magic or something. No magic. And I'm spending some of my precious health on getting hit by blobs. What's the drop rate on magic bottles? Whenever you don't want them, it's 100%. If you're only like 100 EXP away from leveling and you're full of magic and you kill a 100 EXP giving dark nut, I think that's the red kind or the blue kind, you're gonna get a magic bottle. I'm sorry, there's been an error at the magic bottle filling factory, and to rectify it, you're going home with 5 of these. You know what? Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back. Okay, we want shield. And let's not die. Okay. Okay, come at me. I think what I want to do is, if I can, I'd like to jump over him. Nope, okay. Just block him with your shield. I can't. Yeah, I'll level life. That sounds good at this point. It's really more of a hat trick to do it at Parappa Palace. It's not really a game-wide philosophy, at least not for me, to put off leveling so long that you get as much EXP as you can out of palaces. It's cool, but having level 1 life is really tough. I think I attempted or did beat the game with level 1 life before, but it took a while. That was not one continue. I think we're making it. I will take that off your hands. Okay. So, trick is to stab him in the nose. That's good stuff. Just stab the bot anywhere his whole body is a nose, okay? There's no extra damage from like headshots or anything, it's just some of them are more vulnerable there. And for me, it lets me not get axed to the face. Okay. What happens when you continue, Cappy? Well, it like actually gives you a scene of the bad end. Ganon laughs and says, "Game over, return of Ganon." And you lose all your... You don't lose all your levels, but you lose all your EXP that you had toward that level. And, that's likely to happen at the worst times. I don't know what it is. Okay. So we will do this. Yeah, that's perfect. Alrighty, so we can break this rock, but I don't think we'll do that just yet. Let's go in here, just see what's in here. How many hits did it take? 5? Yeah, 5. Sure, magic. And the magic fill is instant, so it's not like I can take advantage of that. Now, these red bats are something else. They turn into demons for half a second when they get to the ground, and then they blow fire and they turn back to bats. Not gonna let that happen. Alright, so let's get life filled up, and we'll just start getting our magic back. So it was down here. I kind of forgot, actually. And I'm just gonna try and kill these with the laser to be careful. Yeah, see, the laser didn't do anything to that guy except maybe bounce him back just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. I forgot what these things are called. Or if they even show up in the other Zeldas. Okay. Good. 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 Dead end. Yeah, there's like a bunch of places I haven't explored yet, and there's no map. That's something that Hoverbat changes. There's a map. You can look at it. It's a explore as you fill in as you explore map. So really cool stuff. Excuse me. Alright, so how am I going to get out of this one? The beeping definitely helps. Every other second I forget I'm low on health. Thank you for that. I can't block the fire with my spell shield, but I can die. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dying makes the flash happen. Well, that's unfortunate. I've already died twice, and I've only gotten one palace done. And some palaces are my nemesis. Okay. I would like to get as much EXP out of you as I can. Are you sure lives are finite, Cappy? Actually, they're technically infinite, but it's a really long road to hoe for that. So, we haven't found any yet, but there are these little Link dolls that look just like the Link on the overhead map. And when you pick one up, you get an extra life. Hooray. But you only get them once. They don't like show up again if you leave and come back, even if you like leave the entire dungeon and come back. So, in a way you have finite lives. You start with your 3 and there's like 6 dolls to pick up. But the infinite life, comes in from the fact that if you get all your levels to level 8, there's nothing else to spend your levels on. Oh good, here's the hammer. Hooray! Hammers doesn't help in battle at all, it's just for overworld effects. You'll see. But yeah, once you've leveled up everything to level 8, there's nothing else to level up on. It will still take 9,000 EXP to level. Insert over 9,000 joke here. And if you get that 9,000 EXP, and it'll just give you an extra life. There you go. Now, under normal circumstances, that's actually really deflating. That's kind of disappointing. And yet, for me, right here, right now, trying to do what I'm doing, I could really go for one of those extra lives. If I could, I would, you know, take an extra life from the gem temple thing instead of the next level up. Because, you know, if I really want to, I could grind 1,000 EXP. Yeah, okay. Is this enough for life? It barely isn't. There we go. Yeah, okay, let's get on. So, I have been killed legitimately once by combat, and once by bubbles with water. Seltzer is pretty dangerous, guys. So we want to leave now. I don't know. I kind of stunned him with the attack. And now he's getting free hits on me. Do you just respawn infinitely? Must be a bat thing. Okay. I don't know, I'm trying not to glaze on Hoverbat all the time while we're talking about this game, but yeah, it really does make quite a difference. I should have spent some magic. Oh well, I guess I'll do that. Zelda 2 Redux, and I think Hoverbat also changed the UI quite a bit. Oh, it's this place. Okay. I think I can pause the game on the overworld, so hang on. I'll save Eddie some editing. Okay. So we're going to move right over here. And let's see here. Let me just go ahead and open this real quick. Zelda 2, Zelda 1. Not everyone knows about this, but it's really cool. So, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and close that one. Okay, so hang on. Scene. Alright. So, we are right here. This, like, weird sapling-shaped thing of lakes. This forest. This, rock. These caves. All of Zelda 1 takes place here, actually. You can see the sapling-shaped lakes. You can see kind of some like trees with like this little water thing. There's even like these tombstones. Hang on, maybe if I just do like that. Well, okay, it's off the screen, but over here are tombstones. Over here is level 6 with a lot of tombstones. And up here is, I think, Pinnacle Rock. So I think this is supposed to represent Zelda 1, like, oh yeah, the Zelda 2 is on a much bigger adventure or something. Anything else I'm forgetting? I mean, I suppose, like, the trees and the water, it's kind of hard to say, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I did not notice this at first. Alright, let's go back to Zelda 2, please. Yeah, I don't know, I thought it was cool. Nothing really particularly to find here, though. I mean, I guess we go in here. Hang on, let me explore the trees real quick. Okay, nothing in there. No, bad blue enemies. Okay, now with the hammer, we can actually destroy the trees, which didn't destroy the trees, actually. Alright, do we want life or do we want to save up for magic? I think we'll just take life. Yeah. And kill these helmeted guys and just get out of here. I could have sworn that on certain tiles, destroying the trees will actually change the background too. Okay. Why does the hammer do that? Why is it important that the hammer does that? We'll see. Hello. These are the same enemies from Zelda 1 that give you the boomerang. Okay, let's go explore here. Now, yeah, the Octoroks don't do a lot of damage, but, you know, if they knock you into the lava, water, seltzer, Link doesn't swim well in seltzer, so, you know, you don't want to do that. Huh, he doesn't shoot. Until I get closer. Alright. I'm trying, okay? I really want to beat this on one continue, just to have the retro achievement, even though I don't think there's any way I can get the other achievements that are in this game on RetroAchievements.com. Huh. This must be to something. Oh, it goes to the next dungeon. And by next dungeon, I mean, I'm fairly certain I was supposed to do the swamp dungeon next, actually. So I think we're skipping one by mistake. Okay. Which, I don't know. Oh. Nice axe throw. Okay. Once you kind of get a pattern on these guys, it's not so bad. Granted, he was just about to break that pattern. Just to throw me off. Okay, are we... Okay, we are kind of in a safer place. Okay, that's good. I can actually get back to the start of the game with this. Cool, cool. So, with the hammer now I can do this, but technically this counts as desert. That's why when I walk over it, well, we get enemies, and why when enemies run into me on it, we get desert enemies, kind of. I can break more forest, but there's really only a few forests in the game where that matters. And it doesn't even help. Here, let me check this. Whoops. Hi. Take that, helmet. Alright, so let me do this. Yeah, does this make a difference? No, I thought it did. Okay, this is crazy sauce. You see, I'm not throwing my spear at you, thus I don't give EXP. Alright. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it, but I do want to beat the swamp dungeon real quick, so we're going to go do that. We're going to go try and do that. I guess we'll hit that cave real quick. And yeah, there is kind of some sprite limitations on this. The Hoverbat mod is actually not really a mod per se, because he actually went into, and I'm assuming it's a he, I have no idea actually, and I apologize. If I'm wrong, that is. But he actually went through in Game Maker Studio or whatever, I think, and made the game line by line from scratch. And, you know, which is kind of easy when you can import assets or, you know, really reference something. And, oh, EXP. Yeah, cool stuff. So does this mean that I can use save states? I'm trying not to use save states. But the only time you can save is after a game over, so I might have to. But, you know, I'm going to do so in a good way. Just free magic. No? Yes. Good stuff. Alright, cool. I'm thankful for that. It's Thanksgiving after all. Alright, so the swamp, you're really slow in it. And there's some enemies, but when it's just the regular blob enemies, it's just Octoroks, they're really easy. But when it's hard enemies, you get those EXP stealing birds. And there is like a 5-second delay before more monsters show up if you exit a battle. What'd I tell you? Birds. Or I can jump, so they just go over my head. One of these squares has a Linky doll in it. I'd really like that. I'm going to look it up. I apologize, but I want to see where this extra life is. I know it's in the swamp. Okay. Oh, there's a whole map of this. IGN not found. Can I just open the image in a new map, in a new tab, please? Oh, you want to see two? Okay. You know what? That's fine. It's fine by me, as long as I don't forget to undo that. So, let's see. We are. Gosh, we're over here, right? Oh, here we go. So let's see. Sacred. Okay, so the one on Blink is actually on this side of the swamp. Dang. All right, well that's cool. That's awesome. Let me see if there's like more extra lives I've forgotten. Desert Cave, Tontari Desert. Fairy. Oh, there's a fairy there. I should have remembered. And I should probably go in there and get the sacred water at some point. I'm trying not to cheat. Oh, there's a one up right there. That's good. That's good. We can't go across here just yet. Not just yet. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Let me switch it back to this. Okay. I don't need the extra life that badly. He says as he then takes 2 deaths in this dungeon. I'm on my last life actually, so yeah. Let's be careful. Let's be wareful. And let's have a party. Alright. Instant dead end. Alright. I'm missing a little bit of life, but it's just enough that I would hate to spend magic getting it back. Speaking of, yeah, life is still 60. It can only go down to 50. Which kind of sucks. The skeletons can't duck. So, you know, we can always hit them low. These things take EXP. I think they have a particular rule to them, too. If you kill one... Wow, that took a lot. It stops kind of showing up. But if you damage one, it will be full of health when it respawns on the other side of the screen. So, you definitely want to kill them, I think. Or completely ignore them, whichever. So we're just going to do the Castlevania thing and just kind of get their sinusoidal wave figured out and just jump over that. I do want to talk about this particular game and the raft, though. So, before the Hyrulicus Dungeonicus Compendium, whatever it's called, the official Nintendo thing that basically put in a timeline, I suppose, in the game. For 20 plus years, the official canon was that Link's Awakening takes place in the middle of this game. So it says that, or you know, I think the instruction book, not for this game but for Link's Awakening, said that while Link was going from one raft site to the next, that's when his raft gets crashed and he wakes up on the island for Link's Awakening. I just think that's funny. I think that's really funny. Yeah, come on down. Which means that the Link from the Zelda 1 and this Link are the same Link. That also means that Link from Link's Awakening is the same Link. It's not that that matters so much, but it kind of fills in some gaps. Now, is that the way it is now? I think they put it somewhere else completely different on the timeline. Let's see. I got a key. This was just a dead end, right? Yeah. So now we're going to go down further. Ow. Oh yeah, some of these just, you know, happen to shoot. Okay, so I'm noticing all these blocks that we can't destroy. Hint, hint. And, oh. These guys actually are kind of threatening with their multiple music notes that they throw at you, but for the most part, you know, it's not so bad. I don't know, after, you know, the first one you see, it's kind of dangerous, but everyone after that is just window dressing at this point. Okay, actually they hurt a lot. I'll shut up next time. How about that? Okay, but once you're in close with them, that's when it's over. Okay. But yeah, this is one of the harder Zelda games, I'd say. As someone who hasn't played all of them because, I don't know. When it started becoming a handheld thing, that's when I couldn't really keep up with it. I'm sorry. So yeah, I've never played Zelda, what was it, Spirit Tracks, or played the one that comes after that. I don't remember. I went that way and I got the key. Okay, so I want to go up and left now. I think. I'm certain. I have 2 keys and the will to use them. Also, you know, flying statue heads that come at me. Yeah. Took a second for the door to open, but that's all it needed. How much XP did that take? It took 20, didn't it? Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, but I needed the key. Now, a funny difference between the US version and the Japanese version is you've seen Link pick up items. He will hold it up over his head and go do-do-do-do-do-do-do. In the Japanese version, I think he just stabs it with his sword and he instantly gets it. Now, that's not such a problem when it comes to getting a candle or getting some gloves or something like that, but there is a item in this game that's actually a child you're rescuing. So Link literally is stabbing a child, and I don't know, it's kind of... I get the feeling that the whole reason that they put in Link hold up item was just because of that particular interaction. That does raise some questions, though. It raises a lot of questions. Questions that I have. So, you know, let me prep something else. You know, give Eddie a second too. Hang on, I'll just hit pause on that. Just to make the music stop. So here, let me play something for you. Okay. Let me open yet another YouTube. This will be great. I wouldn't have to show you. It's okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, so from Zelda 1, it sounds like an ad. Yes, of course. No worries. It does that sound. And then in Ocarina of Time, when you pick up an item, it goes through the whole chest thing. Yeah, see? It sounds exactly like... we'll do that again. Yeah, okay. So let me show you something else. Since, you know, it'll be a while before I do this, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one. That can't be right. No, that's not right. Hang on, let me hit that again. Huh. But then in Majora's Mask, it sounds like this. Yeah. So Ocarina of Time sounds like... I have to get this off my screen. I don't want Majora's Mask staring at me all day. Okay, so Ocarina of Time sounds like Zelda 1, and I almost removed the core that could have undone everything. And Majora's Mask sounds like Zelda 2 item get. So, I don't know, that's just kind of cool. I don't know, maybe I did that kind of wrong. Hopefully I can edit that back together again a bit better. Do I still have this set to looking at? Yes, I do. Okay. For a second there. I was a little worried. Okay. Oof. And a dead end. I should have known. So, as you can see, the dungeons are kind of different, especially the colors and stuff, but they also feel a little samey. Just a bit samey, and by the time you're through Palace 5, it's like, yeah, I've been through this so much. However, that doesn't, like, 100% fix that, but it does help quite a bit. And yes, you do have to get through this. Despite the fact that you can kind of soft-lock yourself if you get stuck in, like, the worst spot. I could have died there. But if I didn't, or if I didn't risk it, where would the fun be, huh? Now, the red ones are supposed to be harder. We'll skip magic for now. Mostly because I feel dumb for not spending life before leveling. There we go. There we go. The glove. What's the glove do? It helps you move things? No, actually. It gives you the strength to hit your sword harder. Oh, so you're hitting enemies hard? No, actually. Oh. Well, then what does that do? You'll see. Here's a gamble. And it paid off. Yeah, it'll still fill. So, when it comes to these little block things, now I can break them. Couldn't do that earlier. Now, the easy thing to do here is just to let it fill up. In time. That's better. Okay, so now that it's done that, we can just dig a little hole. A tunnel, if you will. And we don't have to worry about this. And if we jump just right, we can actually hit above our height, only like so high above our height. It's kind of interesting. Wait. I bet I can get number 4. No, it's like only for level 3. And even then I'm not doing it right. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Maybe someone who's better at this can explain it. Again, I'm the best Zelda 2 player that you'll still facepalm several times. So the glove is really helpful. We need it for certain dungeons. I probably might not have been able to get through the next dungeon without it, actually. You'll pardon me if I don't remember where we were going or what we were doing. I would like it if the glove added some damage or did something like, now I pierce through certain shields, I guess. Would be interesting. Oh, this will level me on life. Might as well, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Magic will go up. Hooray. So now what do our costs look like? Like that. It's kind of nice. I mean, having things like cost 1 bar of magic is kind of revolutionary. Does that mean that magic, you know, has a floor that won't go below 16? No, it can go below 16. It's pretty cool, but only like 1 or 2 spells do that. I'm fairly certain it's shield and fire that do that. Maybe jump. I think this is where we came from. Fairly certain. If I had a map, that'd be great. Hint, hint. Hoverbat. No, Hoverbat version does have the map, and it's great. Yeah. So why am I playing this now? I could just play the Hoverbat, but guys, it would not do it justice to show, just to talk about how the vanilla game was. And the vanilla game's okay. It's not terrible, just, you know, Zelda 2 Redux, Hoverbat, I've made such huge upgrades over it. I don't even know how to talk about that without showing it. So we're playing this, especially since we're outside November. You know, we're not stepping on any toes. I feel like now is probably a good time for this. Also, I just don't really feel like recording anything else. I really want to get to Namtar's lair in Desktop Dungeons. But I have something planned for that, and... Oh, okay. Yeah, we need the glove here. There is a Zelda doll, or sorry, a Link doll in one of the palaces, and if you forget to get it, it will turn into stone. The palace will, and then you can't get the doll anymore. So I'm going to look that up and make sure it's not this particular one. I think this is Palace 3, but really there's like no nameplate for these things. Maybe the NPCs tell you these things, but I haven't been paying that much attention. Okay, 1 second. Let me look at this. Zelda 2 extra lives. Get off of the map. Extra lives locations, please. There is an achievement for getting it, but I'm just getting it just to survive. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. It doesn't show the ones that are in the palace, and I'm fairly certain I'm starting to remember where it is. I think it's in the Tri-Rock dungeon. Three-Eye Rock Palace and the Great Palace. Okay, so there's actually two, but the Great Palace one is actually going to be kind of hard to get because Great Palace is even more mazy than. Oh, hey, my mouse died. You know what? The game's paused. This is perfect time, so I'll be right back. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Just had to recharge. Or I have rechargeable batteries. And my mouse, to be fair, was blinking at me for like the last 24 hours. Hey, I need a charge. But when it comes to mice, they're really they are parsimonious. There we go. There's one of those $20 words. About how they are parsimonious with how much energy they use. I'm fairly certain this isn't where I've been because this guy would not have respawned. There's just so many little rules about this game that you just kind of remember as a kid. Like certain enemies don't get hit by the laser beam. Certain enemies don't respawn. I feel like there's a connection there. Like if an enemy doesn't respawn, or if an enemy can't be hurt by the laser beam, he won't respawn just from you leaving the room and coming back, but he will if you leave the palace and come back. Okay, I think we're getting close to the boss. Hang on, there's a cat at the door. Hello. Okay. He means business sometimes, so It's not Yoshi. But, maybe he's related. I don't know. 200? 200. Okay. Just gotta keep in mind. This is probably like the worst pea bag to get. Or, the most risky one to go for. Okay, there we go. There's game over. Well, I guess that that was a try. That was a try. That was a try. Oh gosh, yeah, it put me all the way back here. Yeah, I should have gone for the extra life, I guess. But hey, you know what? Whatever. Just something to go for next time, I guess. And by next time, I mean not like next episode, but like if I tried playing this game vanilla again and not swear it off just to do the hoverbat version forever, because gosh. Look at how much EXP I lost as well. I mean, ugh. Could that have gone better? Probably. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go forward with this. Why not? Wouldn't be the first time I played a game all the way through just for an achievement. Looking at you, Chasm. Let's see. There's also an achievement for being the game with very low levels, I think. I don't know if I would go for that one. I'm fairly certain I looked through all the achievements and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a 100% I'm never going to get, and that's okay. I don't need to. I was just trying to go for one of the harder ones, which was beat the game without using the continue. Which, you know, if I didn't die in that bubble water, would have really helped. Dying in combat is, you know, honorable, but, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that either. If I'd gotten the swamp extra life, I'd still be here, actually. Look, they all came back. Is this just the key area? I think it is. Let's have a look. Go ahead and jump, thanks. Okay, yep. This was the keys, okay. That's fine, that's fine. Let's just maximize how much EXP we're going to get from the palace, I guess, if we can get our next level by the time we get there. But let the final score show that Cappy died twice in pit/liquid. By the way, there's no pit you can fall in that will kill you. It's all liquid. It's either lava or it's water. Okay. I do like to use all the magic I get, so I tend to heal whenever even just a small bottle drops. If I'm missing enough health, that is. Oh, okay. I don't know, if I had gotten through the whole first episode without using the continue, I probably would have named it, you know, the one continued challenge or something. Maybe I'll still do that, just so everyone knows what's on the line, and why every misstep for the first hour and a half of this episode has been so on edge. Even though after going forward from here on, it won't be the one continued challenge anymore, I guess. Where am I going? This is a dead end for sure, right? Yep. Maybe, yeah, I think it was this way, and then we go through some sinusoidal statue head things. You know, the Medusa heads from Castlevania. Thanks for inventing those. Much appreciated. Also, I guess I can do this. We'll just go this way. And now, oh. If he's following me, it's a lot harder for him to hit me. Whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, so here we go. Lava, blobs, lava, balaclava, baklava. I've never had baklava, but I could really go for some right now. Need to see how to do that without wheat. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, lava. Easy to kill you. I mean, the rest of the game seems fair. It's just pits, lava, whatever, are just so cheap. I guess this also means that I have more of a reason to try to get all 6 extra lives. Because earlier I was thinking, you know, I might make it to the Great Palace with only 1 life, and it might not be worth trying to go for the 2nd life. as crazy as it sounds, I think the extra life might be on a completely different route. The Great Palace is really big. And very... I don't want to say it's mazy, it's just that the way forward is not what you would think. There's like secrets you have to find, invisible walls, and floor tiles you have to break. Okay, this gets us the glove. But at the same time, it is mazy because it's like a whole bunch of different routes, so I don't know where the extra life would be, actually. Really? Okay. So... down. First time I've seen... oh, okay. Not only does he not stop in place when I hit him, he still hurts me even while he's in his own iframes. Not a fan of those guys. But this also definitely means that I would not be going for the one continue achievement while doing something like beat the game without the heal, shield, and fire spells. Fairly certain there's another spell on top of that. Retro achievements added. I can't remember though. Oh yeah, the spell. It's not as crazy as it sounded. It's just, you know, later iterations like Zelda Redux, and I think Hoverbat renamed it to like Enigma or something like that. And what it does normally is it just like kind of makes things happen. You know, I'll explain that when we get to it, but if it's not making something happen, it actually just turns all the enemies on the screen into bots. Okay, let's just run. Is there a fairy here? Well, here's some not beeping anymore sound, so let's go for that. And then here's Mr. Music Chucker. Good. Magic? No magic. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it's like... I'm not sure how to explain how weird this game was to me as a kid, because I knew I played it at, you know, quote-unquote friend's house, but it's like, I couldn't tell anyone, okay, so it's Link, but he's standing up. They're like, okay, what do you mean? Is he not normally standing? No, like, you're looking at him, he's standing up. I don't understand what you mean, young larval form of Captain Thief. Isn't he always standing? It's like, no. And there's these blobs. I'm sorry, it's just kind of funny, because, okay, let's do it for real this time. Okay. I'm just laughing because, you know... There we go, I got it. Yay! My younger brother was also a kid at some point. I know, crazy. And he really liked the movie Evil Dead. Oh, I already spoiled it. But he wanted to see this movie. And no one knew what movie he was talking about. Yeah, let's do that. And all he could describe it with was, it's this guy and the skeletons. I think that was it. I think that was completely it. There was like no other thing. He was at the Blockbuster trying to ask them what movie that was, and you know, he was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something. And somehow, someway, I knew that he was talking about Evil Dead. He didn't mention a chainsaw. But, you know, it's like, I got you, brother. Okay, so I saw someone say achievement unprimed. Oh yeah, beat enemies without getting hit, that's right. Shoot. That's fine. Actually, it's not fine. I wish I wasn't flashing the light at you guys. I really want to change that. Zelda II Redux and oh right, I should probably do this. And Hoverbat have removed the flashing light thing. I don't know why that was so big in like the late 80s to do. It's like, oh look, it's crazy colors. Yeah. Yeah, there's achievements for beating these bosses without getting hit. Yeah, let's get 1.5k EXP, why not? So this one was Midori Palace, which is Japanese for green. Interesting. Okay, attack will go up. So, yeah, extra lives are really silly in this game because you can just recover from where you were, right? Well, yes, and when you start again, you only have 3. So, you know, these Zelda dolls are temporary aids, not the bad kind of aids. But in Hoverbat, and I think in Zelda II Redux, they've made it so that when you pick up one of the dolls, it actually increases how many lives you start with. So you game over in Hoverbat, but you picked up a doll, you don't start with 3 lives, you start with 4. And I think, wow, that actually makes a huge difference. Now, one of the changes, or not changes, but you know, one of the things I think would be cool in Hoverbat, or whatever, in Hoverbat there's actually a lady in the town who will save your progress, so you don't have to die to save. Or game over save, rather. Which is great. But I think that she should also refill your lives. Because it still exists in the game that one of the best things you can do at some point is just to die and game over. And this is like the game I think of whenever I think of something like that. Is, you have 1 life left, you're going to go to the palace, just die, start at the town, now you'll have 3 lives. Yeah. I forgot what I was going and where I was doing. What did these guys give? 10? 3. Okay, yeah, okay. Not worth farming. So let's see. Saria. That's in here. A pea bag. Yes. So we'll do that. I guess I should get the sacred water. I'm actually doing a lot better with the Xbox One control stick than I thought. Let's go back up and get the sacred water. Or whatever. Maybe the extra life while we're at it, just, you know, so I can feel like what could have been. Ow. But for the magic, it was kind of worth it. Oh, they cost 10. Okay, so that's why I remember them having some relationship to 10 EXP. I don't think their fireballs take away EXP though, just them themselves. Da, 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 da. Am I kind of let down? Not really. The beat the game with only 1 continue thing was kind of a deal, but it wasn't like the reason to do this. It was just like, let's prove how good I am at Zelda 2. And I feel like, you know, to a degree, I'm kind of proving, hey, I have some skill at this, not Winter Solstice levels of skill, but, you know, some amount. Okay. Oh. Hoverbat sure is nice, though. I'm gonna keep glazing on that, because it's a really good definitive edition of this game. Like, almost any QOL you can think of, it's done. There's even a randomizer. This is not magic, it's like medicine of some sort for healing some townsfolk. I guess. I don't remember where we're supposed to get it from, though. Because Rudo was all about just fetch me a mirror. And yeah, I don't know where we turn this sacred water in at, but you know what, let's get the extra life. As penance, I will not look up on the map where it is. I just kind of know roughly where it is, and that's perfect. Okay, unfortunately if I run into an enemy while I'm on that specific tile, it doesn't count as me checking it. So I have to, like, run over it again. I think. Okay, let's try this again. It's over here, right? I could have sworn. I could have sworn. It's in here somewhere. Thank you, invincibility frames. I'm getting the feeling it's down here. Mostly because I don't remember getting this very often, and I don't check down here very often, so I think those two things are linked. Like jerky. I'll take the magic. It is kind of funny, though, that the monster just instantly changes depending on what tile it happens to run into you at. Oh, I'm a swamp monster. Runs into you on the grass. Oh, wait. This whole time, I've actually been a grass monster. Let's see, maybe here? No luck yet. Alright, that's fine. I just want the magic for healing purposes. This penance is getting kind of costly. Let's check over here. Nope. I swear I'm not grinding EXP. Yeah, so there are 8 spells in the game, and the 4 I mentioned are not required to beat it. You do have to be able to cast Thunder, you do have to be able to cast Jump, you do have to be able to cast Fairy, and you do have to be able to cast... What would that last one be? It was... Fire. No, not Fire. I'm sure that I've already run over it, and the enemy just blocked me from doing it. I'm not farming EXP, but if EXP shows up, I'll take care of it. Alright. I'm just gonna systematically do this. There we go. Okay, here we go. Look, it's me! Okay, so... That's cool. That's fine. That's dandy. Let's get out of here. Yeah, you caught me on the road. So you were nothing. Nothing this whole time. You know what? I'm just gonna look at that map. Because I don't remember where I was going. You know what? There's nothing on Death Mountain, funny enough. Okay, yeah, I think we're just gonna go to the port town. Where's the next? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I know we're running long. This will be like an extra long episode because I'm going to try and do the next temple as well. Because I have something funny to say about this whole thing. I don't know. You'll get it. Actually, no. I think I might just save here. But let me make sure. First off, Harbor Town of Mido. Oh wait, yeah, that is a character from Ocarina of Time, but he's not one of the sages. Interesting, very interesting. I know you're a cat. Now the whole world knows you're a cat. Ask Error of Rudo about the palace. Oh, okay, so now we can talk to Error, and he might say something. Not sure what, though. Might be worth checking out. Alright, so here's another place where jump is required, but you also have to know that you jump a little higher when going forward. And there is an achievement for beating a certain boss without getting this particular thing. It's not a spell, it's a skill. And the guys who teach you skills, look at this. When you jump, press downward to stab. And now we have that forever. Yeah. It's kind of iconic too, because this is what Link looks like in Super Smash Bros. When he's down stabbing. Yep. I don't know, it's really fun. It's really fun to downstab things. Yet another instance of some Christian imagery in Zelda before they change things around for Link to the Past. And even then, for Link to the Past, there was some. Alright, so I think since we already had the water, he's like, the water of life! Quick, come with me! Alright, we will do that. It does make me feel like checking under every table, but I won't. Alright, magic. Fairy spell. This magic word will give you power. Yeah, power for sure. 40. Alright. Now, once again, level ups, you can just skip them. You can keep your magic level 1 for the entire game if you want. I think you can still beat the game just barely with it. But, A, good luck, and B, I'm not going to do that. Still Mido, right? Or rather, if it's Japanese, it's like Mido, I think. Yes. Okay. Can't use this yet, but this is where Link's Awakening starts. So we do have to go to the next palace. I almost called it a dungeon, which we'll do next time. I wanted to do this one this episode, but I think I'm out of time, so I'll just have to stop it here. I'm hoping it lets me use save states. Oh wait, it's not going to matter because I don't have the ability to continue this anymore. So, whatever. We'll do that someday. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Captain playing Zelda 2. Just doing it because I want to play Hoverbat at some point, and I do want to play this before I do that. So, I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.